Hello everyone, my name is Rajiv Soni. I'm the founder and CEO of RG International and we are into abroad education. We recruit students for Canada, US, UK, Europe and many more other countries. And today we are having Miss Rita Bachkaniwala with us and I'm just going to, Rita, can you please introduce yourself a bit?
Sure, I am Rita Bachkaniwala. I have studied BSc International Business from Brunel University in London and I work with my family business. I'm a third generation entrepreneur. And I am also a pastry chef, so I practice doing bakery on my own from my home kitchen.
So guys, we're going to discuss a lot of things today with Rita and Rita, today we are here and we're going to discuss about our journeys and our travel, this is that where you have been traveled and a lot of people wants to know that about where you have studied, and so we all going to talk about that. So shall we begin?
Sure.
Rita, we all know that you have completed your education from UK, so we all wants to know that where have you been. So can you just put a focus on that and tell us where you've been?
I studied in Brunel University. It is located in Uxbridge, which is a part of Greater London.
Right.
And while I was studying there, I was also working part-time. So as I told you, I'm also a pastry chef and I did that before I went to university.
Wow.
So I completed a certificate course which made me more accessible to professional kitchen jobs.
Wow.
So I was working at several restaurants and this particular patisserie that was owned by a Michelin star chef.
Wow.
And I really had a lot of fun while I was there because I was studying something that I was interested in, and I was also working for a place that was beautiful, that really matched my education and my style of working and everything. It was quite fun.
That's great.
Great. And in UK, I've also traveled to other places like Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh, Glasgow.
Wow.
I've been to Bath, Bristol.
Right.
And
Bath is very nice.
Bath
place.
is very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Very historical.
Extremely Roman.
Yes. You completely see a complete European culture
Yes.
there. Yes. How was your experience in Edinburgh?
Edinburgh is also beautiful. So I've been to Edinburgh more than once.
Wow.
I've been traveling to UK since I was a kid.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So I've have various experiences. Like when I went with my friends, we stayed at an Airbnb that was near the university. We did pub hopping and all those things. And when I went with my parents, we stayed at a caravan. We drove around
Wow.
Scotland around that time.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
and explored the more beautiful part of Scotland. So when I say Edinburgh, I've seen both the sides. I've seen the fun party side, the British pub side,
Real, British
and I've
Irish
also
pub.
seen
Yes.
the landscaping, the beauty, everything.
So a lot of I also been to Edinburgh like number of times, and I love that long drive, especially from London to all the way through M1 and
Beautiful,
yes, passing
yeah.
through all these beautiful cities like Leicester, Leeds, and many other places. Yes, so it's always a great experience for
Very
me
good
as well.
experience. Harry Potter was inspired from there. So
That's true.
that street, when you look at it,
Yes.
you think that it's straight up from Hogwarts. It's so
Yes.
beautiful.
It's amazing. Yes,
It's like
that's-
Diagon Alley, basically.
That's true. And even though if you look at that Edinburgh Castle,
Yeah.
okay, that is also one of the best place to visit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you have visited the mountains around this
Around the
this
place.
Edinburgh. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So, and how long you stayed in London?
3 years.
3 years.
Obviously, my course was 3 years, but then
Acha.
because of COVID, we had to cut that short. 2 years I stayed there. 1 year
Right.
I was doing from home.
Wow. So you also been doing as you said you've been I think it was a part of internship or you just
My
work
job? No, it
Yeah.
was a part-time job,
the part-time
but
job.
at a bakery.
Right. So I guess I must try your
100%.
so how was the journey your stay in London and in Uxbridge especially?
I stayed on university campus all 3 years because it is extremely convenient.
Right.
So there was an en-suite room and a
Right.
shared kitchen. My flatmates were very good.
Right.
All 3 years they were really nice.
Right.
So I didn't have problems with that, but very convenient. Everything is just walkable.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
of
yeah.
course, public transport in London is a blessing.
Yes.
Literally
that's
every
true.
corner is accessible.
True.
Best.
And I'm sure we are having very big Indian and Gujarati community, I must say, right? Especially
in the area where the university
yes,
is.
with the Middlesex, the
Yeah,
entire
Middlesex
region.
side, yeah.
Yes, and Uxbridge is I'm sure it's very safe, and if you look at that region, it's completely safe and very good. Where there are a lot of Indian restaurants,
Yeah.
malls, and it's, I think in the walking
Lots
distance.
of brown people around there,
True,
so
true,
you
true,
get access to local food, everything. And also a lot of British influence there with all the pubs and the fish and chip stores, and also
True.
even Turkish kebab
That's true.
shops.
Kebab shops, yes. A lot of people, even I personally love like few, like dishes. Like when I visit London, there are a couple of places where I'm always going there and I'm having some like, but I'm a vegetarian, but they'll make a lot of like very nice like, paneer things within the naan and
Yeah.
wrapper. Yeah.
The Middle Eastern restaurants.
Yes.
Really nice stuff. Even halloumi.
Yes, that's great. And also, like, I'm sure that from the Uxbridge, there are a lot of Punjabi communities. Are
Yeah,
there.
Southall is very close
Yes,
by.
Southall is like,
There's a bus that used to go straight to Southall from near
True.
the university bus stop.
yes,
20
yes.
30 minutes you're there.
So that was, I'm sure, yeah, you must have enjoyed your time in London.
Really. I did.
Okay. Now tell me, Rita, where else you been from London? Like, have you been visited like in the European countries?
Yes, I've been to a lot of European countries. I've been to Spain. I've been
Alright.
to the south of France.
Okay.
Then I've been to Eastern Europe, if you say. But then I've been to Hungary, been to Poland.
Wow.
Then I've also been to Czechoslovakia, so Prague.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Right. I know these are the really like many people like when we talk about like when they visit Europe, they only visit like Switzerland,
Yeah, I've also
Italy,
been to
France,
Switzerland, of course.
only those countries. But I think there are very few people who've been to like Eastern or
Eastern,
Central Europe. We
mm.
can say that like let's say like Poland or like Hungary or like a Czech Republic or Latvia. So how was your experience in Poland?
It was beautiful. Like, it was also heartbreaking when you learn about all the things that happened with Jews there, the Osways and the jails. When you have a look at that, that was kind of sad. The salt mines were beautiful that
Right.
they have, but it's a very beautiful country, and I loved the food there. So I have a habit. Every time I explore a new country, I'll try the local food there. I'll not eat.
Have you tried the Polish food?
Yeah. So when I went to Poland, I was a vegetarian. So I've
Right.
tried a lot of Polish vegetarian food,
Yes.
and potatoes are their staples. So.
Yes, that's true. I think that place there, like we have a momos.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
similarly
yeah,
that's
potato
called
dumpling.
paragi, something that's.
I don't know what it's called, but I
Yeah.
exactly know what you mean. They are potatoes,
Yes,
not dumplings.
yes.
yeah.
There's a boiled with the
Yeah.
potato and cheese.
yeah.
They also make it with the meat and like chicken and
Mm.
those things. But if you've been like I'm a vegetarian, so I always try the vegetarian one, paragi. That's called the paragi. Like that is that. Like a particular country food, and I'm sure the people love it. So, which city you traveled in Poland?
I went to Warsaw and Krakow.
Krakow. Wow. Krakow. That's one of my most favorite destination. It's very traditional, and it used to be the oldest capital. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Of Poland.
Poland, yeah.
Before the World Wars, and like years back. This is. But have you liked that place?
Yes, it was beautiful. I felt that Krakow is more beautiful than Warsaw,
Than Warsaw.
because I prefer places that are connected to history.
That's true.
As
That's
apart from just modern civilization, that's everywhere. But history, you can't remake it.
true. Right. That's very true what you said. When Warsaw is like capital city right now.
Yeah.
It's more of like like a business hub. For the international travelers and for the big corporate companies. But Krakow is like really, and you know what? Like I've been there many times. We have our office in Warsaw, so I'm a very frequent traveler. So Krakow is one of the English-speaking city as well, where you will find many people who speak fluent English. And they have a very beautiful universities as well. In the Krakow, there's a Krakow University of Technology, okay, and many other like university where many international students are there. So I'm sure that like when you visit next time, make sure you can visit. You will love
I can
it.
remember this very funny thing that happened to us when we went to Poland.
What
We were,
happened?
I think, moving countries either from Hungary to Poland or somewhere along that route we were going, and we
Right.
took a train.
Right.
So on the station, we asked. Nobody spoke English.
True.
We asked for 4 tickets, 2 for students because obviously me and my brother were young,
Right.
and 2 for adults. So when we went there, first of all, we realized we didn't ask for heated compartments.
Right.
I mean, we did not even think of asking about those because first of all, we couldn't even converse in their language,
True.
and yeah, so we had to shiver all night
Oh
in
my
the train.
God.
It was an overnight journey, and then the 2 student tickets. When the TC came, she said that it wasn't valid because we don't have a Polish student ID. So we had to pay a fine on top of that
Oh my God.
for traveling without a ticket.
I know, Polish language is this, like one of the most difficult language. I'm sure that like after South Korean and Chinese, I think it's the third or fourth most difficult language in the world, right? So it's not so easy to
Not so
learn
easy,
Polish
yeah.
language. And definitely the people, but the people are very nice. They're very welcoming.
Very nice. I have a
Especially-
couple of Polish friends as well from university.
Yes, because we have a special history with the India, like during that Second World War, all right, that we helped them a lot when they were struggling with this World War. So, like, because of that reason as well, like, we have a very strong connection. They are very, very good, and like they really treat Indians like anything, believe me. So I'm sure that you must have had a good time in
Yeah,
Poland.
lovely time.
Right now, even they have a big Indian community in Poland as well.
Oh, is it?
Yes, there's an Indian association is there. So, this information also can be helpful to many people, like those who are going to, for the short term of maybe for the student visa or like, there are Indian association as well. They're helping people there if someone gets stuck. Are you aware of that? Like we have in the Surat, there's a bikers queens.
Yes, I've heard
They're
about
the
them.
group of ladies who are like
bike
riding
around
bike.
places.
Yes, they went last year, and they were there for like for a couple of days and
In Poland?
yes. So also like they've been treated very well during their stay. So anyway, so how was your journey with Spain and any other countries?
It was all very nice, very unique from each other. Like every country has its own story, and
Yes, different
our own
culture, yes,
experiences make
different-
it just so beautiful, like
But,
individually.
I'm sure like in Europe, like there are many, like if we talk about Schengen countries, there are 26 27 countries, but every country has a different language,
Very
different
different,
culture, completely
Different food.
weather, food.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a great experience while visiting different countries. So would you like to share anything which people wants to know, like any experience or like that people should know about? Do you want to share something?
You should always know a little bit of the local language
That's very true.
when you go to Europe.
They should plan well, like okay, and where they are going and what they're doing.
And yeah, of course, you have to play. I mean, we don't usually go with tour guides or book everything in advance. We just go there, explore our way around it. But it's nice to learn a little bit of language
True.
so that you can interact with the locals
Local
in case you
peoples.
don't have anything else concrete.
True. So which city you been to Spain?
I went to Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia.
Valencia. Wow. So these are the most beautiful
Most
cities.
beautiful,
Yes.
yeah.
Like I've been to Madrid. I haven't been to Valencia, but I've been to Barcelona. And I'm sure that there's a street in the
La
middle of the
Rambla?
center, La Ramblas. Guys, those who are watching this video, whenever you make a note of this word La Ramblas, whenever you are going to Spain or Barcelona, you must visit this street. There is a record that in from morning till evening, there are like I guess the numbers are in millions, like
Yeah, and it's always
the,
chirpy,
Yes.
even in the night. We
Yes.
stayed bang on right at La Rambla,
True,
and it was
true,
the
true.
best.
you can have a
So good.
street food there, you can have a good restaurants, clubs, a lot of, and at the end of the street you will see the beautiful beach where you can walk around, and it's a lovely place.
Lovely place.
They should always, if you have been there and you haven't been to La Ramblas, matlab kuch nahi dekha yaar. And also there's one more thing, there's called that church, familiar, क्या नाम है उसका, that's the construction is still going on since last
Oh yeah,
2000
I've
years.
heard about it. I think I've
yeah,
been there.
familiar something. Yes, so that is also is very well known in Spain. So that was also a best experience. But Spain में थोड़ा ध्यान रखना. But there are a lot of other foreigners who are like like having a little bit of trouble. So थोड़ा it's not as safe as like other countries.
countries,
Yes. So you tell me now, like if you want to share something, like you have something like a great experience, or like as you said, the language is very
Very
important.
important,
But
yeah.
yes, apart from that, do you want to share anything?
I've mostly had happy memories everywhere. I usually travel with my parents and my little brother, so
Great.
it's always been good. No funny stories.
Now tell me one thing, Rita. Like, आप इतने मतलब ये सारी कंट्री सब घूमे हो, लाइक आपको कौन सी कंट्री का फूड आपको ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा, which you want to share, that अगर कोई बंदा अगर ये हमारा ये पॉडकास्ट देखे अगर कोई विजिट कर रहा है तो वो डेफिनेटली वो नोट डाउन करे कि भाई यहाँ जा रहा है तो ये चीज़ डेफिनेटली ट्राई करे ऐसा.
I'm a very big foodie and I love trying local food everywhere. Mediterranean food is my favorite.
Great.
So I have tapa style food servings. I'm also a very big seafood person.
Right.
Because I told you I'm allergic to red meat. So I
Right.
eat seafood a lot. So I love Greek food.
Wow.
And they have this
Feta
spirit.
cheese. No. Okay.
They have this spirit that goes along. I can't remember the name. I don't remember, but
Right.
it tastes very well. It goes very well with seafood.
Right.
And yeah, always try Greek seafood. It's the best.
Yes, that's true. I love that Greek food too. You know वो चीज़ होती है ना वो एक वो हरे वो like leaves के अंदर वो पूरा
Oh, it's the Turkish thing. So sarma.
yes
Yeah, yeah.
yes that is
Very nice.
थोड़ा
I had a
वो
Turkish friend
शब्द-
at university who used
Right.
to bring it from home,
Right.
and then
homemade one.
homemade
I'm
one.
sure
It
that
was
they वो
very nice.
yes,
I mean, it's better than the one you have at restaurants.
right. भाई हमने तो रेस्टोरेंट्स का ही खाया है.
So they are wine leaves, she said, and they are
Yes.
stuffed with rice, meat, and other things.
Yes. Then you cut it and you have it with the like Greek salads with the feta
Yeah.
cheese and all this. Yes,
So good.
that's great. Hi Rita, we have a fun quiz here. Okay, and I'm sure. Let me just explain you a couple of things. Like I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and we have a surprise that like if you give a wrong answer, we have a special gift for you, which is these, and you have to drink each answer you give wrong, and you have
One
to drink
shot.
one shot. You need to drink. So, are you ready?
Do you have a plant somewhere I can just...
No, we did not have anything here, so you know that you have no choice. All right, but the questions are not so like difficult. Okay, so shall I start?
Yeah.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me, what is the capital of Pakistan?
Islamabad.
There
I
you
have
go.
friends from Islamabad, okay? So I know.
There you go. Okay, now, okay, this is going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, which is the smallest city in the world by size? I mean,
That is tough. That is tough. Wait, let me
that is the top. Definitely, yes.
Smallest city.
Yes, smallest city in the world. You've been to Europe, right? Let me
Yeah.
give you a little bit clue. You've been to Europe. So, okay. Now,
I really don't know.
all right. You can have one. Okay. You have it, then I'll give you the answer. How's it?
Well.
It's a Vatican City.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I-
So it's the
I
one
knew
of
this.
yes, the smallest city. You can also say that smallest city and smallest country as well in the world. Yes. Now, third question. What is the language of China called?
Mandarin.
Wow. Okay, this is okay. Now we're going to play a small clip for you. You have to identify the language from the country. Okay, which language is it and from which country is it? Okay. So you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, can we have the clip, please?
Ikinagalak ko kayong makilala.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to guess and offend people, so.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay. It's Philippines.
Okay.
Right. Last but not the least, okay. We're going to show you one image, and you have to identify the country, okay, from the image. That which country is it? Okay, guys, can we have that image?
It's Brazil. It's Rio de Janeiro.
Yes. Guys, so you did excellent, okay, and guys, clap for the whole, okay. You did excellent.
Thank
so
you.
far, okay, you had like a 1 and 2 questions anyway. All right, Rita, now we're going to have a fitness challenge, all right, where you have to pick one sheet from this and you have to follow the instruction which is written.
And you'll also pick up one shit and follow the instructions, right?
I would love to, but I'm not going to do that. All right, but
Okay.
definitely you can, and we can like okay, you pick it up.
Hold the pose for a minute. It's a tree pose. It's
So
easy.
yes,
I can do that.
Yeah, that is very easy. Okay, so
How about we both do that? We both do the same thing. Come.
let's go.
Whoever loses has to drink this.